Okay, so as was mentioned, I'm the president of the Statistical Society of Australia at the national level. So what is the Stats Society? I've got a few fast facts here. Well, we're Australia's national society for statisticians in academia, industry and government. Our members are primarily from academic institutions, from universities, but our representation within industry and government is growing, which is really nice. We've got about 1,000 members, just under, from around Australia, and a few of those members are internationally based as well, which is really nice. We've got really strong representation from our early career people. About 300 of our members are student statisticians. So we've really got quite a really nice youthful membership base. We were founded in 1962, so we're coming up to our 60th anniversary, which is really nice. We were founded as an umbrella organisation for stat societies that were based in states around Australia, and we still sort of reflect that structure in the society, which I'll get to in a moment. Our overall objective is to further the study, application and good practice of statistical theory and methods in all branches of learning and enterprise. So joining with something like the Australian Data Science Network is exactly the sort of thing that we're interested in doing. Perhaps the most important piece of information on this slide is our Twitter handle. You can follow us at StatsOcPods on Twitter if you're someone who enjoys that sort of thing. So the structure of the Stat Society is a little bit complex. We've got a national office and a national executive committee, and I'm the president at the national level, and we oversee the entire society. But within several states and within the ACT, we have local branches. So each of these local branches has a council that organises events for their members, with a president, with treasurer, with secretary and council members. And I note that our Victorian branch president is on the line, Emmy Tanaka. It's great to have her here. So one upside of the pandemic has been that we're able to attend branch events for branches outside of our home states. So over the past year, it's been great to see branches pivot really quickly to hosting their events online and allowing access across Australia and across the world too. It's important to look for the silver linings, as someone was talking about earlier on. We also have special interest sections. So people who are interested in particular areas of statistics are encouraged to join these sections. Our biostats and bioinformatics section is quite active. They put out a newsletter, and all of our sections run events for their members. At each conference, all of the sections are encouraged to host an invited session, and they're also encouraged to have events going on throughout the year as well. We've got networks as well that kind of cut across subject matter areas. We've got our Early Career and Student Statisticians Network, which is really active and dynamic. They put out a newsletter for our early career and student statisticians. They organise a conference, competitions, all sorts of things are going on with our early career and student statisticians. And we've got a statistical consulting network as well, which hosted a really fantastic conference at the end of last year. So that's how the Stat Society is structured. But what do we actually do for our members? Well, as I already mentioned, branches, sections and networks, they all organise events for their members. We have workshops on various topics, which are often hosted by branches. Conferences are a big part of what we do. Every 2 years, we have the Australian Statistical Conference. This year, we were joint with the New Zealand Statistical Association, and that conference took place earlier on this month in a really fantastic Slack Zoom interface, which really allowed for us to feel like a community, even though we weren't meeting in person. Next week, we have our Early Career and Student Statisticians Conference, which looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to seeing what our early career people are getting up to. We run an accreditation program, so our members can apply to be recognised as graduate statisticians or accredited statisticians. So we sort of put our stamp of approval on people who meet these requirements for accreditation, saying that they are recognised as being not worthwhile, they're recognised as being statisticians who know what they're doing, essentially. We run a mentoring program that's new this year, where we pair up mentors and mentees from around Australia, and they're encouraged to meet regularly over the 6-month program. We also have prizes for eminent statisticians. This year and in future years, we'll be having PhD top-up scholarships. So students who are doing statistical PhDs or master's programs can apply for these top-up scholarships. So I would encourage all of you, if you've got any students who might fit the bill, to keep their eye out next year for that next round. We also run, we also give out travel awards when we can travel. At the moment, that part of our program is a little bit quiet. But we do a lot for our members. One thing I do want to mention that's quite new for the Society is our partnership with Significance magazine. So Significance magazine was established by the Royal Statistical Society to communicate stats, concepts and analysis of data in a really non-technical but still thought-provoking and rigorous way. So our members get free electronic access to Significance. And as part of this partnership, we really are seeking submissions from Australia. So if you've got anything interesting, any interesting projects that you've done that might benefit from the exposure that Significance magazine can provide, then certainly do get in touch with me. Take a look at the magazine, see if you'd be interested in writing a piece for it. It really is a fantastic read. So there are some challenges that the Stats Society is facing. One of the things that I'm really keen on working on is determining how the Stats Society can ensure that we're seen as a welcoming, inclusive, equitable and diverse society. So we have an Equity, Diversity and Inclusivity Committee that is working on this, but any suggestions people have are always welcome. We really want to be the home for people who see themselves as statisticians. We really want to be a welcoming environment for particularly people early on in their career, showing them how great the community of statisticians in Australia can be. Another issue is determining how we can ensure that we're relevant for people who might not see themselves as statisticians, but instead who might see themselves as data scientists and might not realise that they also might be a statistician. My personal view is that there is a lot of overlap between statisticians and data scientists, and I'm sure many people out there will agree with me on that. Another issue is working out how the Stats Society, what we can do to help protect statistics and statisticians in Australian universities. There have been a lot of groups over the past year who have been under attack, essentially, from their universities. So working out what we can do, how we can best support our community is something I'm really interested in. All right, so finally, we've got a QR code you can scan to get a bit more information about the Society. There's a lot of ways that people can get involved with the Society. You can check out our upcoming events on our events calendar, find something for you. If there's something you're interested in, sign up to come along. If you're looking for some entertainment, we've got a YouTube channel with a whole bunch of seminars from the past few years uploaded there. You can follow us on our Twitter handle there. Get involved with your local branch or one of the sections or networks if you're interested. We're always looking for keen volunteers. Maybe encourage your students to get involved too if they're interested. If you've got something to share, you might consider writing an article for Significance. And if you like what we're doing and you find that we really are providing you with some value, then you can consider joining the Society too. And I will note that for students, our membership is very affordable at $20. So you might want to encourage some of your students to get involved too, particularly if they'd like to apply for PhD top-up scholarships in future years. So I'll leave it there with a QR code for you to scan for more info. Thank you.